for tuning in to Tea and Things. I got both of my beautiful, lovely co-hosts. What's up?
Hey guys.
Again for tuning in to Tea and Things.
And there we go again.
Why do we do this every
again.
week? Every week it is usually me.
We getting started.
All right, so Tara's in the building.
I'm back.
She's back. Looking beautiful as ever. What's up? I'm Nia. I'm here. And we going to get into it. Because we got
we go.
We got a lot going on today. We're going to talk about Tara's favorite people, celebrities.
Because as we know, she loves them so.
She loves them. So this
much.
is all good stuff tonight. Nothing too crazy. So we're going to start with some congrats.
Oh, who we congrats now?
Well, we should be.
Let me guess, the pregnant people.
Well, that's a lot of them. Jesus, I'm only going to congrat one
At least
tonight.
it's not us.
Well, it's not us.
That's
Yeah.
her.
We don't congrat Rihanna.
True.
Rihanna and A$AP Rocky. I think it's great. Rihanna's having a baby. Her career has been great. She's always giving us great music. You know she's gonna be beautiful pregnant. God can.
Well, you see her
Beautiful
stomach.
pregnant.
You see her
I know.
stomach?
Yeah,
I know.
I feel like she's
Beautiful
been pregnant for a
pregnant.
while.
Yeah.
And they moving. They've been together since 2020. We in 2022. They're moving. They moving that thing.
Child, that's a COVID baby right there.
So congrats.
They was in the house chilling, making babies.
Yeah, making music, making babies. Congrats. And then also we had some other great stuff drop on us this week.
What is that?
Janet Jackson documentary.
Oh my
So
God, it was great.
It's great.
It's
course.
great. I loved it.
Of course,
I
it's
haven't
great.
watched it yet.
Yeah, you got it. Well,
gotta see
they're
it.
doing it in 4 parts, I believe.
Oh, I already saw all 4 of them now. I
Oh, okay.
watched them. I watched them. All 4
Shantae, y'all,
parts.
Shantae
She
got that
binged.
fire stick.
I binged.
Shantae got that jailbroken.
What you talking about? I saw that junk on Comcast.
I just make.
Well, I have one, but it's out of commission right now. I need to call Nate. Where are you, Nate? I need you to fix my fire stick.
And come bring me one too. But Janet, I love. She spoke about some really personal things for her. She opened up about a lot. She opened up about, her first husband being on drugs. And she had to get the marriage and all.
Yeah.
She also talked about racism and how she went through that as, a child, then moving into the neighborhood, being called the N-word. I was like, oh my God, that's crazy.
Yeah. You know what I thought was interesting about the documentary was how she really, really delved into being the youngest child. I didn't realize she wrote a lot of the music, most of her music.
Yeah.
I was like, wow, okay, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, well, I've always followed her career, so I've seen that a lot throughout her career. I mean, I used to put on Janet and B and see who could put on the best show. Put it on TV. Because the best concert is when you watch it on TV. You got front row, okay? The pause, go back.
But I don't know, though. That's a hard choice right there because they're both serious entertainers, man.
They really are. And Janet, I love one thing she does that I haven't all the way seen B do.
Yeah.
Janet introduces the whole band every time.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. And her choreographer dances with her, and she introduces the choreographer also. She does. Janet puts it on.
That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. And she talked about, when Janet let them beautiful boobs pop out on us.
No, my favorite line was by Tyler Perry when he was like, it's a tit, man. Come on, man.
It's just a boob. But Janet didn't really want Justin to talk about it. He did.
know. And she told him, I'll take the blame.
So, I mean, not to talk shit, but I'm going to. Is it equivalent to a bigger guy that is walking around with his shirt off? That's a boob.
God. Well, I know some of them too.
It's a man boob. It looks like the same thing. It jiggles and everything. It jiggles and everything.
Right. Triple D.
I mean, so can we really say anything?
Didn't know what was wrong with the other boob popping out, but everybody just seemed to think it was such a bad thing.
Well, no, it wasn't that it was the boob that popped out. It was the nipple that was the problem.
Well, Tara's right.
Yeah, they call it
Some of you
nipple
men
gate.
are walking around with triple D's out, all at the pool and all of that.
Right.
I mean,
Put
what
a
was the
t-shirt
nipple?
on.
A pepperoni or a salami? There's a difference.
Yeah, there is a difference. There is a difference. I got the whole damn pizza, but okay. Anyway, and then one of the things that I really thought was crazy, Janet talked, and I didn't know this, and I'm a Janet fan. How, I loved her and Jermaine Dupri together. I always loved them together.
I didn't know they was going to get married and all of that. I knew they were so cute together, but I didn't know all that.
But I didn't know Jermaine cheated.
Girl, Jermaine is a hot mess.
And that's our topic today.
That is our topic today.
I mean,
but Jermaine cheated. I said, damn, if Janet could get cheated on,
everybody can get cheated. If Halle Berry can get cheated on. If Beyonce can get cheated on.
Well, that part.
It's just, it's not even about beauty. It's not like us. We're like, how did they get cheated on? They're so beautiful and da-da-da.
Right.
What men are just greedy and they just do too much sometimes.
The most.
But we're not just going to go off on the men today. We're not, because women cheat too. But we're going to cover all the aspects of everything today. Yeah.
We're going to cover all bases. And then I might have y'all pull up an old school movie so you get a little understood. Well, let me see. What movie was that with, what movie was that? It was so good. Was not Poetic Justice. I can't think. With Nia Long. Taye Diggs.
You talking about Love Jones?
Love Jones. And he said
Taye Diggs was in that movie though.
Oh.
It was Lorenz Tate.
Lorenz Tate. Yeah. Sorry. I'm messing up. But I'm going to tell y'all. He said in the movie that when a man gets a heart on, the blood rushes from his head and his feet, which make him stupid, and he can't run. So that was going on. Well, go watch the movie.
Well, if he can't run, then he can't run from these gunshots.
Lord,
okay.
Look, Fred talk about sometimes ladies lacking in some departments.
Okay. All right. Well,
if they're lacking, you shouldn't be with them in the first place. Because they don't just all of a sudden start lacking. You know what I'm saying? That's something that maybe you just didn't care at that one point, and then it just builds up to the lack. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's just. I'm just asking.
It started out great. Then I'm gonna roll back on y'all asses, and then they put on the moo.
Right. And the bonnet.
Well, I'm gonna put on a moo now, every now and then, if I can get one on my body.
But ew.
Look, that's okay. Look, I've been married 15 years. So
since we spoke on Jermaine Dupri cheating on Janet Jackson, we're to roll right into our segment, which is cheaters, cheating, and basically what may lead up to cheating. What do you consider cheating? Because
where's the line?
Right. Where does that line cross?
Where do you draw that line?
So, where I draw the line.
Okay, let it be known.
I'm not with it. I'm not with none of it.
So you can't, no telephone calls, no.
Oh, there's none of that.
We gonna go grab a coffee.
Girl, bye. Because if we're grabbing coffee, we're all grabbing coffee.
Look, she needed a ride from the train station.
Yeah, no. I don't know. I just don't believe in all of that stuff. Like, as far as significant others having certain type of friends, like if it's in a business sense, say for instance, okay, so my husband's a music producer, so he has to deal with female artists and whatnot.
Right.
But you have to have boundaries and you have to draw the line. You cannot talk in a certain way. You cannot flirt your way into getting a song. You can't, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, you still have to respect the fact that you're married. No matter, I don't give a crap about the coins and what it may bring in or whatever. You have to respect and keep it business. Period. Because I'm crazy. Okay. Like, I'm legit super crazy. So if something comes my way that I don't agree with, it's going all the way down.
You gonna fight a bitch.
Honey, I'm not gonna say anything on live and put myself out there like that.
Well,
but what I'm gonna say is that certain things are not acceptable. Right. And he wears a ring. You see he's married.
Yeah.
You know he's married. So a lot of times you go for the guy because he's in the situation. But if the girl knows too, Oh, it's going down all the way around. Everybody's getting
going down all the way around.
Everybody's getting it.
Everybody's getting it back down.
Chanel Brown said men don't think with their heads. Well, the wrong heads.
Well,
I gotta agree with you a lot of times, but there are some guys that walk away. Do I know any? I do know some. There's some great guys out there.
Yeah, there are some great guys out there as a woman. So don't get discouraged. And also, men, there are some great women out there. But I will say that it takes a lot for a woman to cheat.
So what's gonna make you cheat?
Girl, nothing. I'm not cheating. I'm leaving.
What's gonna make you cheat?
I think I'm leaving. Yeah. But, I'm leaving. You can't. But I do have. So I have a lot of guy friends.
Okay.
I have a lot of guy friends, and you know how people say women and men can't be friends, can't be best friends, all this stuff. Right. I have a lot of guy friends that I'm very close with.
Me too.
And they've never tried to cross a line.
No. Never.
Never. Never. On God.
But there's boundaries. And I would say maybe a handful of guy friends, but my husband knows all of them, and he comes and hangs out with us as well.
Yeah.
So it's not like, hey, babe, I'm going to go eat dinner with such and such. My man's not going for none of that either.
Well, what I can say is this. There's never really a time that I'm going to be chilling with my dude friends and, Dwayne was not invited. So, then that'd be up to him whether he want to come or not. He don't always be interested in coming because these guys that I've known, I knew them since I was 19. So if you can't trust that, then I don't know what to tell you.
All right. Well, Jerry said I would leave, but would have a lot to say before I go. I'm with you, Jerry, because I ain't going to go closed mouth. I know some people that would just go closed mouth. No, I'm going to say my piece. All the way.
Well, see, for me, it depends. Like, if we are just dating, I'm not wasting that much energy. But if you my husband,
but if you're just dating, is it really cheating if you're just dating? You're not. If you're not in a relationship. But dating is not a relationship.
If he was my boyfriend.
Okay.
If he was my boyfriend, I'm not sure that I would spend that much.
Well, some people have a boyfriend. And
I'm just going to leave.
I know. And I know you always speak about boyfriend and make a boyfriend, but there's some people out there that are in a relationship, have a boyfriend, and there's people out there that's married, and people with a boyfriend have a better relationship and a closer relationship than a married couple because they're not married. I think just because somebody's not married doesn't mean they're not in a committed relationship, and the other person should have the right to go cheat.
Well, I'm not saying that, but what I am saying is when I commit my money, time, energy, credit, all of this other stuff, and I've built a life with you and signed some papers to say, yes, we are legally committed, it is different than when I have a boyfriend.
Yeah,
I get it. For me, it is different.
I get it because most of those men out there that's cheating that I've met, fuckers been married.
And that's fine.
And that's a bad thing.
And that's fine.
Do they have boyfriends that cheat? Yeah, I'm sure. Girlfriends that cheat, I'm sure. But not always the piece of paper is the glory. I'm telling you.
Well, what are some of the excuses where some guys stay in the relationship even though they're like, oh, well, we're on the outs, or I'm just staying for my kid, or once my kid graduates high school, then I'm gone. Like all of the other excuses and all the BS that comes with it. Because a lot of guys, like you say, can be married and can cheat, but they're lying and telling these women different things. Just like, and women too. I don't want the guys coming for me, but and women too. But like I said earlier, it takes a lot for a woman to cheat. Men are visual. Men are just out of control. But women, you have to, I'm the type of person, I'm just going to leave. When you're younger, you cheat and whatever. I'm 40 years old. I don't have time for the bullshit. I'm out. Packing my bags. I'm gone. Hey, this isn't working out. Yeah. That's what it is. Like, there's no plan B. There's nothing on the side that's waiting for me. No, I'm just gone.
Right.
But
I agree with that.
Where was I going with that? I lost my train of thought. But anyway, women. So it's going to take a lot to drive us over the edge. A lot. And I think with women, once we get to that point where we're no longer voicing and letting you know what's bothering us, once we go silent, first we leave mentally, then we leave physically.
I agree with that.
Mm-hmm. We're out mentally first. And once I'm done talking about stuff, if I don't bring something up or I act like something doesn't bother me,
you be like, okay, whatever. Is that okay. That's what you're doing?
Right. Cool. Hey, do your thing. I'm cool.
Do you, boo.
That means I'm already mentally checked out. I'm already gone.
Right. So
yeah.
you just
but if I'm still
now you still get your extra strategy together.
Right. If I'm like, what are you doing? What's going on? Let me see. Then I still care.
Right.
Yeah. Then I'm still gonna kick your ass.
Right.
When you don't care, you don't care. You go mentally. You go mentally, and I don't know. It depends on what all you got going on, how fast you can make that move. But I have that exit plan ready.
Always.
Always have it ready.
Always.
But what's some of the lines? Like what would you consider cheating? Somebody just straight being with somebody, or
you can cheat by messaging. You don't have no business saying certain things to certain people in DMs. First of all, anything that you have to delete, you're cheating.
Oh, shit. Okay.
If you feel like you have to delete it, you know it's inappropriate.
Right.
You're cheating.
Yeah, I agree with that.
If it's something you have to delete, you're cheating.
Yeah.
Why would you delete it? Is your conscience telling you that you're doing something wrong that you shouldn't be doing?
Yeah. I don't know. I've heard people say I'm not doing anything wrong, but my person I'm with is insecure. They be tripping, this, that, the third, and they feel like they're not doing anything wrong. I've heard people say that.
Oh, I've heard that too.
Well. Well.
And she bat her eyes. Lulu said, yup, Lulu believe it.
Right.
Fred just bounced on somebody with no words. Fred, did you give him the deuces?
He gave him the deuces.
I don't blame you.
What I don't understand is like we're all grown. So if you was grown enough to say it need to be grown enough to stay in your phone. Suffer the consequences, bruh.
That part.
I mean, that's how I feel.
But why even put someone through that though? You know what I mean? That's the whole point of
selfish.
It is absolutely. And an ex that cheated on me, he said, you know what, Tara? You're awesome. You're amazing. There's absolutely nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with our relationship. I'm just selfish.
Well,
and I couldn't even be mad at him. I was like,
at least he was man enough to admit it.
I was like, oh. But after I busted his ass, because I'm a master private investigator.
Oh,
I'll get down to the business. I'll find out anything I want to know. Best believe I'm going to find out. It may not be today. It may not be next week. It may not be next month. But guess what? I will find out.
Go ahead and speak to
like
that camera.
Said.
Let them know.
I always find out.
Play that game. What he said? He said, a woman with a plan, the CIA ain't got nothing on a woman with a plan.
Honey, I am calculated, and I will sit there, and I will chill. I'll be quiet.
What's your sign?
I'm a Virgo. I'm very devious.
Lord Jesus.
But so
very,
are you
very
guys
calculated.
telling me that a guy or a woman, because like I said, my boyfriend don't never have any problems with it. I have very close guy friends that I like to eat with. Right. I mean, we ain't taking a trip to Cancun together, but we're definitely going out to eat. I have guy friends that I'm very, very, very close with. Very close with. Like my best friend, basically.
Yeah, my best friend here, dude.
I guess it just depends on who you're with. My husband's not going for that. At all. We're both not going for that. We're both I would say we're neck and neck on the crazy scale.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
When it comes down to each other, we're not with the BS at all. You're not going to mess with my household or my husband, and you're definitely going to mess with his wife. He is crazy about his wife and will make sure that nothing goes wrong with his wife. So,
and And so what's some of the other lines you mentioned messaging? Yeah. I mean, I do think that you could be cheating and not even sexual or anything,
So
with a person.
so let me ask you this.
You
So
could fall in love from texting, messaging, talking all the
That's
time.
right.
Exactly.
And
You
that
just said
is,
it.
I think that's a form of cheating. Yeah.
It is
So-
because you're leading up to it.
But some people think if you're not having sex.
Right. It starts off as a friendship, like a little, oh, hey, morning, babe.
Oh yeah, no, the babe and all of that. Don't
starts
call
out
me babe.
with those.
And
that's where it starts.
Yeah, I ain't
then,
with that.
Little do you know, each day you're having more and more conversation. Oh, how was your day? What was going on with this? Oh, da-da-da, let's discuss this. Da-da-da. So you're building a relationship without knowing you're building a relationship.
Yeah.
And then you start pulling away from your wife or your girlfriend or your boyfriend or whoever because your attention now is right here. There's something here that you're getting, that you're enjoying for the moment, that you're pulling away from your home.
Yeah.
And that's a sign, immediate sign. Once people start doing things that are out of the norm,
out
coming
of character.
home later, oh, I gotta run here, or they're always on the move all of a sudden when they were never on the move so much. Patterns start to change. And that's when you have to open your eyes and be like, this motherfucker never went to the gym. Now all of a sudden he wants to go to the gym every day.
Right, things to make you go,
Right. All of a sudden, you're wearing this instead of this.
Right, now you got on the Versace cologne.
Right.
And yesterday you was wearing Cool Water.
But you smell good.
Right, exactly. You have to watch for the patterns. You have to see what's going on.
See the signs.
And yeah, because I mean, like I said, I was young at one point. I've done it. So I know what the signs look like. You know what I'm saying? So once they start doing different things and you notice the pull, then that's when the investigation really goes. That's when you really start investigating.
Do you
that's
think
when you're
that
like, okay.
Do you think you have to catch somebody red-handed in order to accuse them of cheating?
You have to catch them red-handed to prove it. Right. You can't just assume and be like, oh my God, I have this feeling. You got to dig. You got to really find out. And once you find out, it's up to you to decide what you're going to do.
But normally your gut is telling you, but I think you still just got to
Well, women have intuition. Our intuition is going to tell us, but I need to see it with my eyes. I can't, because then the person's going to drive you crazy. They're going to be like, you're crazy. This is what's going on. Think you mental. Right. They're going to make you feel like you're crazy. Like, why would you even think that? But guess what? I think it because I saw it. So what's up?
And see, let me see. I don't know if I've ever encountered a situation where I've just totally confronted them up front, this is what I think is going on. How I've done it, girl, is if I think something's going on, I'd be like, you know what, I think we need to kind of take a break. And they'd be like, well, why? Oh, no reason, but I'm finna go see my homeboy.
But also thinking something's going on, you don't want to catch it red-handed?
So I just be like, I'm going to go hang out with my homeboy such and such. And depending on how they act.
Oh, wow.
Depending on how they act is what's going to let me know whether I need to stay or whether I need to go.
Because I'm crazy. I'm going for 0 games. I'm pulling up on you. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not playing games.
100%.
I'm definitely pulling up on you in your face. And
so the last time I pulled up on somebody was when I was in high school. That's the last time I let somebody get me to the point where I'm finna pull up on you. That's the last time. And I was super, super crazy. And I said, you know what?
Well, when I
will never.
But that's how you have to see with your own eyes.
When I say pull up on you, I don't mean I'm coming to fight or whatever.
Yeah. I was coming to fight now.
Yeah, but I don't know what's going to happen. I'm just saying that I don't leave room for lies and games. I don't I gotta see it.
Because my thing is, once I lose trust in you, once I feel like I have lost trust in you, there ain't really no going back. So there ain't no need for me to investigate and all that other kind of shit. Because you're right, intuition does kick in, and a woman knows when something ain't right. So I'm not finna
when those patterns start changing, when they start doing things differently.
I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna go kick it with homeboy over here.
I get the intuition. You can get the intuition, but still at the end of the day, I need to see it.
Yeah.
Because
Right, I need to see
when
it.
I see it,
Because
then
I don't
I'm
want
really,
somebody
then I'm
making me
really
think I'm
done.
crazy.
I can't just leave on an intuition.
Well,
I have to leave on what the fuck. I saw this and now I'm beating everybody's ass.
But we gonna address what Fred gotta say, and then we gonna have
Fred
to
say.
He said, if you stop doing the things you once did to win your person over, then that's when you start having issues in the relationship, because that person will start to feel less valued and maybe venture off.
Yeah, I believe that, Fred. I do believe that.
Hold on.
Yeah. It's like you get complacent in the relationship. So you're complacent. So then they like, okay, well, I'm trying to see something different. I can see that. Like, okay, you don't want to take me out no more. You ain't trying to like kick it like we used to. You ain't trying to Netflix and chill. I just learned Netflix and chill means do it.
But check this out, though. You see so many people after like 15, 20 years getting divorced, 4 years, 6 years, whatever the case may be. But what drove them? A lot of times I wonder what got them to that point. Because yes, you can fall out of love, but how did they fall out of love? What was it? How did that spark disappear?
You know what I mean? You're not still dating your
because
husband.
that scares me, being married and whatever. I don't want to lose our spark. I don't want to lose what we have, because, when I took vows, I meant that.
Right, you meant
it. And I meant that at 38 years old. You know what I mean? So I waited that long to get married because I was like, look, this is it. Like, there is no divorce.
That's
period,
how I feel, girl.
So we're going to go through the trenches.
To death do us part.
I know, and I know.
So you death do us part.
It's crazy. It is crazy, and that's a great question, because a lot of people, they be married for 20, 30 years, 10 years, 15 years.
Yeah.
A long time, and get divorced.
Well, what my parents said, they've been married, 45 years. My parents been married. And my mom always says, you got to continue to date. You got to continue to date your husband as if it was the first day.
I believe that's true.
And I don't think people should be like, oh, we've been married 20 years. I don't think anybody should live unhappy. So if it's time to go, it's time to go.
That's true.
Like, that piece of paper don't mean shit. If it's time to go, it's time to go. Everybody deserves happiness. Everybody. You know?
But there's a lot of married people for 20 years, they still happy. Not everybody gets married and 20 years later they not happy.
No. I'm saying that everybody deserves happiness, whether it's within your marriage or
even a relationship.
You don't have to stay married because we have these kids and we have all this stuff.
Well, yeah, I do agree.
I mean, I know somebody that's going through it right now, somebody very close to me. And I mean, he's a millionaire, so I wouldn't want to bounce on him. That wife won't sign them divorce papers. His ass won't. He said, and I feel so bad. He called me every day, I mean, he's like, she just won't sign the divorce papers. Like, I deserve to be happy. And I feel for the man, but also she ain't got to cook, clean, nothing.
Well,
she won't sign them papers.
I might not sign the papers either. Like, I cook, clean.
Yeah, she got to do shit, but I mean, he just want to live his life.
And so this is one thing. This is another thing that I would say about being married for long periods of time and trying to keep the spark. One thing you got to do is grow together. Like, you can't be growing in two different directions. When you're unevenly yoked, you can't. That's what makes the relationship kind of go into different directions. So, like, if you got dreams or goals and aspirations, and they got dreams and goals and aspirations, to try to be involved with what they're trying to accomplish and add to what they're trying to do, and vice versa, on top of dating, because that's the thing. People gonna grow, evolve, and change. So just because you're married does not mean you don't grow and change.
Right. So we have two things. We have Lulu said, I've heard that people fall in and out of love in marriage, which I believe that's true. Mm-hmm. You have to stick together even when things may not be perfect, aside from cheating and abuse. I mean, marriage is work. It's continuous work. Like, you're not always going to get along. No. You're not always going to agree. There's going to be things. People change. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's certain things that you may not agree with or like right now that they're doing, but they may make those changes later on. Yeah. I mean, it's constant. It's a constant.
It's working together.
It is. And it's like you have to come to an agreement together. You have to make compromises.
And giving them a little
right?
bit
Like
of
if
grace
I'm like,
too.
okay, well, I don't really care too much for this. And
Right.
if he were to say, okay, well, I'll work on it and I'll minimize it. You know what I mean? Or I won't do it as much.
Right.
Then you're coming to an agreement together.
Right.
You know
because
what I mean?
you cannot like things about people and with all the love in your heart disagree. You know what I'm saying? Say, you know, it really kind of bothers me when you do da 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 da. And it doesn't, the thing is you don't want to nag about it, because that's one thing I had to learn early on. The nag doesn't, you know, that don't get you nowhere. You get more bees with honey.
Well, I'm gonna nag. I'm nagging, damn it. I'm nagging all day and all night.
I'm nagging, and don't catch me when I'm hangry and I'm nagging your ass, because it's happening. It's going down. It's going down. But we're gonna go ahead and jump in the 5-minute tip of the day, because we are going over. Y'all have a lot of comments, and
we're gonna have to do a part 2 to this.
We're gonna have to do a part 2 to this one.
Yeah,
because we still need to know what some of those lines. So y'all are welcome to always email us.
What is
text
crossing
us.
the line?
Yeah.
Yep. And if you do want to email us, it's tnthings@gmail.com.
tnthings@gmail.com.
Thanks. THANGZ.
All right.
tnthings.com.
I'm going to give y'all this 5-minute tip of the night.
All right.
I'm spitting them out because I've been doing research.
Oh my goodness. What is our tip for today, baby?
All right. So, Apple, for all you Apple lovers, I'm an Android.
Speaking of Androids, you owe me that charger that's in your
Yeah, it's in my car. Her husband is tracking me down. But Apple put out a AirTag, and everybody I know that has it is loving it. And some people have even been testing it on their luggage. Some say it worked. Some say that their luggage was lost and they were able to find their luggage with it.
Oh, that's the bomb.
But
is that good? Are you going to continue with it being a good thing? Because there's a bad thing with the AirTags.
what's the bad thing with the AirTags?
That criminals are putting them in people's pockets and bags and tracking them to their homes to rob them.
Well, that's terrible.
You haven't seen that? Yeah, it's all over. It's all over the news. Like, you'll get an alert that your you'll see your location. You're like, why am I seeing my location? Someone placed an AirTag in your bag.
Get the
an Apple tag or whatever in your bag, and they're tracking you.
No, I haven't seen that about the Apple tag.
Lulu says she heard about that.
Yeah,
I have not seen that about the Apple tag, but I have seen where it has done great wonders for people. So hopefully a burglar don't come for you.
Dang.
But I think that they're trying to minimize them or stop them because of that issue.
Yeah.
Well, there should be a way that, you have to log in. Like, you have to register the tag with your phone. Like, that would probably be the easiest thing to do.
And that is one of the things that can
but they're
be
registering it with their own phone. Oh, okay.
Sorry. That can be done with the AirTags. That can be done with the AirTags, but people, not those people that's been robbed, but people have liked them. I liked it for the fact that if I put it in my stuff and it was lost or stolen,
you can
locate it.
And
so,
they will have no
and I think
idea.
that's what Apple put it all out for. So people
It
that
wasn't
have
for the
used
stalker.
it on the good side, it has saved them with losing their things.
Their luggage, right.
Yeah, and things like
so
that.
Just be careful if you get a notification that you're being located. Someone put an AirTag, look for it in your bag.
So you'll see it on your phone?
I think they were getting alerts on their phone saying,
showing
your
get
location. And
because
like,
they had an
I
Apple phone, and then,
somebody
had a tag that was close enough to their phone, and they're like, I don't have
So they're putting them on cars too and stealing vehicles. So they're putting underneath the cars and all kind of stuff and going to where the location is and stealing the vehicles.
That's pretty.
Yeah. It's real. It's real out here.
Look, that's why I drive my little RAV4. Ain't nobody trying to steal that mess.
But anyway, do your research before you buy the Apple tag, but it has done some great things for people, and they have found very important
and helpful.
Personal things and helpful. Because the 5-minute tip, we're supposed to be helping y'all, okay? Carrie hit y'all with I can't speak on that because I don't know about that.
But it's
you know what I mean?
On both
you can.
on both sides.
I would definitely do my research. I do my research before I purchase
anything,
pretty much these days. So just do your research on it before you purchase. But that is our time. Catch us next Wednesday.
Same time,
same place. Peace. I'm out.
Peace.
We off.